All right, ladies and gentlemen, how the hell are you? Sunday Funday, round two, part two. Oh, Chronic Chris, AsgardRadio.com, where the guys go to rock, hanging out with Troy E. Anderson, Shop Talk International, International Punk Kings, Peter Cerman, International Recording Artist, and we got Talking Metal and Hellfrost. Introduce yourselves, guys.
Hey, my name is Hellfrost. I front the band VORST. This is the bassist.
No.
This nun is the wonderful part of the stage show who gets slaughtered every night.
Awesome. So what can we expect if we're going to Texas or going somewhere where you're at and you're performing? What do we expect from the show? What can we expect if we haven't seen your show live?
Not yet, right? Well, dude, what you can expect, there's the generic saying, we're different than everybody else. We're this than everybody else,
Right.
But when you go to a black metal show in general, I mean, what do you see? You see a bunch of cool long-haired guys wearing armor, just fucking making loud riffs, loud as possible, which is great, but I want our music to tell a story, and
that.
honestly, I fucking love gore. Always have. Yeah, they made
songs. I love gore too.
And they made good songs. Dave was amazing. And
yeah,
we're not trying to do what they did. We're doing our own thing inspired by them.
Right. That's
just like people make music inspired by the Beatles, inspired by Motorhead. Our stage show.
And you guys are from Texas?
Inspired by horror and all that.
Austin, Texas. Texas, right? Right, guys? Austin from the capital.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Capital of Texas. Yes. That's where South by Southwest needs to get a show going on because it's been like 3 years since you had one.
Right? Yeah.
See,
I'm tired of waiting.
Well, I guess I should have known looking at the window. It is daylight. I thought they were somewhere over in maybe Finland or Denmark or something like that.
No, they're actually on your same timeline as you, Chris. They're on.
We're not.
Right? Yeah, you never know. But we don't get too many black metal artists from the United States.
Death metal. Yeah. It's got dead metal or death metal. Yes.
No, I think it's closer to black metal for sure.
Is it black metal or death metal? You like death metal or is it similar? What was the difference? That should be a good question. What is the difference between death metal and dark metal, or the equivalent, I guess? What's the difference?
Well, the topic, for one.
Okay,
death metal is death, evisceration.
Right. Like bands I love. Yes.
But
yes.
Black metal, it's all things dark.
It's all just dark.
It's more of an emotion.
More of emotion, okay.
Like you can go out there and feel like you're having a bleak day. You can't walk out there and just go kill somebody.
There you go.
Technically you can, but you're not supposed to.
Well, do you like death metal in a way? I mean, just an example.
Absolutely. Good music is good music.
Good music is good music.
Yeah. So my influences go from obviously Metallica, the good years. And then
the good years, yes.
Dude, I love Lady Gaga. I don't give a fuck.
Okay, me too. It's
I like Elton John.
Yeah, me too.
Good music is good music. Yeah, and if you find an influence in it, then awesome.
Hey, same here, man.
All of that. Classical music is just fucking acoustic heavy metal.
Well, we do have one foreigner still with us. That's when I would say foreigner, an American who's been here for a little while, who came from Europe. Peter Cerman, what do you think of this? Before you take off, I know you're going to take off soon, but what do you think of this?
Well, I play all genres of music except for mariachi and country. I don't play these two genres. I hope that everybody understands. I started with classical music, then I moved to heavy metal when I was 12 years old. My first band that I mentioned on previous chats that we had. And of course, that really like a thrash metal, black metal, heavy metal, power metal, melodic orchestrated metal, like gentleman was saying, that if it sounds good, if it's good, it's good, you know. So, and it's everybody's opinion, you know. So what they like to play, and if audience accepts it,
Exactly.
that's even better, you know. So that's what we aiming for, no matter what genre of music we play, you know, if it's Elvis Presley or if it's the Metallica style, you know, anything in between, you know. So if audience likes it, if we find the right market, you know, and it makes us happy, makes audience happy, that's what matters, you know. That's what I would
Exactly.
say.
Well, there's a language barrier too sometimes between Europe and Asia and America, but isn't, in my opinion, I mean, maybe I'm a little wrong, but Cradle of Filth, they used a lot of stagemanship with the appearance and stuff like that, right? You're good friends of
Yeah.
yours in Prague.
Absolutely, they did.
Yeah,
You guys still hear
absolutely.
me?
He knows them very well, actually. He knows them. He actually personally knows, you know, the guitar player, right? So very well.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, I'm friends with the whole band, but you know, Marek Ashok Shmerda, they just got done with tour that we mentioned in previous interview half an hour ago or so. You know, I think the last show was in Mexico City. But anyways, they put makeup on, and it takes them like 2 to 3 hours to put makeup on. Now, to me, that's a freaking torture, because I was in band 20 years ago called Seventh Calling, and it was the same thing. It would take me like 2 or 3 hours. My ex-wife, she was a hairstylist and makeup artist, and she said like, okay, I'm gonna do it for you, it's gonna take half an hour. I'm like, oh, thank you so much, because I was just like trying to put makeup on like this, you know, and I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, you know. So, but you know,
Nobody knows what they're doing at first. You got to keep practicing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. I've done my own
Yeah.
makeup too. I've done Ghost Face. I don't know if you guys know me that well, but when you ever see my band International Pumpkins, I actually prefer the Ghost Face, but occasionally I have done non makeup, just like Kiss did, and I didn't see the results the same. I guess having makeup is better, in my opinion. Just me.
Yeah,
I
I get
don't know.
that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Dude, makeup is, it's all just part of the theater of the show.
Yeah.
You
It
know?
Yeah,
makes you feel
it's a
Why present just music that hopefully somebody picks up on? Hopefully they vibe with it
yeah.
and they match. Why not give them a big old piece of art?
Right.
They're
Exactly.
either gonna love it or you're gonna fucking hate it.
I
but
love
it's
that.
also,
You know,
but
again,
it's also like theatrical art, you know,
Yes,
act, you know.
so.
So you have to, you know, the style of your music, let's say black metal, in your case, you guys, you know, you have to kind of blend into that that the style of music. You cannot just show up in Hugo Boss, Armani, Versace, fucking tuxedos with fucking
no, I would show up in a pink
haircut.
tutu.
Yeah. So you
It's
know,
all in the heart, dude. You don't have
yeah.
you don't have to dress a certain way to be a certain genre. It's what you feel in your heart. You know,
You gotta have that heart, you gotta have that feel, man. So you're saying that a normal, typical
I
looking
dress like
person.
this because I like it. I'm not trying to be anything. I'm a child of the earth.
Well, we were
Right,
the
well,
boss.
That's what I am.
Well, that's like Pantera way back in '85 on Metal Magic. You know, they were wearing the spandex outfits, and then they were like, "No, we got to wear something that feels comfortable and be ourselves," and that's what they did.
Exactly. And honestly, I feel comfortable in this, like extremely
I bet
comfortable.
you do.
All right,
I bet. I'd probably feel comfortable in that too, in some form or fashion.
Right.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
is.
and Chris,
that thing's fucking wicked looking.
Thank you.
I think it's awesome.
yeah, and Chris,
The
you are
lyric
so
works.
right. You know that spandex shit. You know, back in '80s,
Yeah,
I did
forget
try
that
it with
stuff.
one of my bands. You know, it hurt my fucking nuts. You know,
I bet.
It hurt your
like,
nuts.
yeah, like that
Or
was
your
so
nuts
tight, like I
really
was
big
wearing
or they're really small?
we don't
Because I'm
talk
wearing some
politics,
right
we don't
now
talk
and my balls
religion,
feel great.
and we don't talk any porn stuff. So,
You're not going to tell me how big your balls are. All right. No, it's.
I'm thinking it's a 3 1/4. That's what I'm thinking. I'm just guessing on the weight. That's all
okay,
mine are.
I have a special
3
feature.
1/4, by the way. 3 1/4,
I
a
have-
little bit of.
I have a special feature, 9-inch clit.
Well done. Get the full measurements.
So nobody can find it? Is that what you're saying?
So,
9 inches of nothing?
Yeah.
So I gotta ask, like, how did the concept of the nun back there come about?
Was it the first concept, or was it a new concept? Was it or always there? I guess that should be a better one to say, in my opinion.
What's the
But go ahead.
story? What's
Yeah.
the story behind the nun?
The
Is what I
idea-
should say.
The nun.
The idea of pissing off religion has always been there. You know,
True,
how
true,
do we
true.
do it? How do you do it? And how do you do it differently? You know, because everything's
Right,
been
good
done
point.
before. It's
Everything's
how you
been done.
do it just a little bit different to put your stamp on it. Yeah,
Right, right.
so yeah, she's always been there.
That's what I thought.
Now,
That's what I
she's
thought.
alive.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I thought that was the case. Usually, they have what we call a
Yeah.
staple. You have a staple concept, and you want to keep that staple concept. You don't have that staple
Yes.
concept. It's like Eddie and Iron Maiden. It may be
Right.
the wolf demon concept with Power Wolf. It might
Yeah.
be the color scheme in some bands, highlights, whatever it is. You got to have that segment. If you don't have that real thing that ironclad stamps it and said, "This is me," it you know what I'm saying.
Exactly. Yeah, totally agree.
Anyone illiterate on the days of the news? I mean, I'm in a snow country area. I bet it's pretty much raining somewhere else. The weather's driving me crazy, and I want to get you guys some numbers. Let's talk about music and how to get your numbers up, how to see where you're going to do shows. I want to know more about you guys. Where are you playing? Do you got any scheduled dates? I saw some of your recordings. I listened to some of your recordings. What is
Yeah.
the future for?
Oh,
You
gee,
know.
what's the future? The
What you're
future
looking at.
holds a lot for us. We just
I
got
bet.
signed. We actually just got signed last week, so that's great.
You want to release the persons or people that signed you, or how you want to display that?
Do we want to what?
Do you want to tell us the
Oh,
do you want to tell
yeah,
the
sure,
world?
dude. We got signed with Masters of Chaos out of Colombia.
Nice.
They also have radio shows in New York and the UK, Indonesia, a couple other places.
Wow.
It's not worldwide, but it's some of the heaviest heavy metal communities there is in the world.
So you know where the concentration was, and they grabbed you, or you grabbed them, one or the other, right?
They grabbed us.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so next year holds a lot for us. Right now we're training a new drummer.
Right.
So little hiatus for a couple months. And then we're going to go out really, really strong.
Good.
Really fucking strong.
Well, I always like to boost people's stuff, so I want to boost your stuff.
Awesome.
So is there anywhere we can get a hold of you? I know I'm going to overshare it. I know I'm going to over concentrate, but anything right now, do you want to tell the audience where to find you and the music and where you're going and what do you want to tell the world?
So you can check out the music. Actually, Masters of Chaos on Bandcamp. They have us featured there. That's Masters of Chaos with the K.
Okay, yeah. I saw that. I saw that, yeah.
Yeah. And then we had to make a new Facebook page because our old one got trolled. And really bad.
That's similar problems.
Like,
That's similar problems. Yes.
Dude tried to ruin our name. Like fucking
I had similar problems. I know what you mean.
It's a whole other story that would take fucking forever.
Oh, it happens a lot.
But yeah, of course, VORST.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Find us there.
Spotify too.
We're on Spotify. We're on all of them. Spotify.
Yes.
iTunes, okay, Amazon Music, all the other stuff you can't think of. We're there. We're there. And we're in your face.
Any releases coming out? Anything new stuff you want to come out or say that once you get the drummer, is he plans for a release or a video or any shows? Anything that you want to tell the general public now or the future, or you keep them in the mystery of it all?
You know, shows aren't planned yet. Once the drummer is up to speed,
Okay.
but literally, then we'll start worrying about that. You know, at this moment, we
Okay.
don't
You're just kind of in that phase about ready to hit 2023, but you're just kind of like, we're just going from where we were, and we're about.
Yeah,
ready
we're going to be out there. We can set a date. Let's say April.
Okay, that's
we'll
a
be
good
out
time.
on the stage in April.
Yeah.
The full show.
There it
As
is.
long as the videos will have it, the full show.
There it is.
Full
We'll
show.
keep you in the loop. How about this? How do we get generate by build up? How about Chris? Let's try to get them on at least 3 more times till April and build up this band to where they want to be since they just got signed.
All
I
right.
think that's a good idea. You should do it.
Yeah, let's build you up. Let's build you up. And in your record company, are they? They're internationally playable, so that's a little different than most American bands. Like, how are you figuring that out? Is there a lot of transportation? You're thinking if you're going to go overseas, you're thinking like Asia or Europe.
I would love to. Honestly, we would love to. You know,
Okay.
every good thing that comes to me, I take it as a compliment first. And then when it starts happening, then it's happening.
Then you got to deal with it then. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
So for now, we're start playing in April. Hopefully we'll do a late summer tour around at least some of the states that we can pick. And then definitely by 2024.
So is this your first time that is this your first time that you got signed?
No.
How many times have you been signed before? Is 2, 3? I mean, what was the history of the process? I guess the music. I guess from you guys.
The history of the process of the band.
This is the creation of where you are, where you've been, what's been the process of organizing. You want to tell the world about that?
It all started with the dream.
Yeah, we're shop talking it. So
I love it. All right. Yeah, it started with a dream. I was a tiny troll up high in the mountains.
Right.
You guys were killing the earth, so I had to come down and just yell about it. VORST started as a one-man project. And then it started picking up some steam, a lot more than I could handle by myself. So then it was like, okay, this is getting real. Let's do a fucking real show. Let's get people together, form a fucking band, get these songs out there. And I always had the over-the-top personality. And I finally found people that I can work with, that work with me, that are over the top and is imaginative as well. Yeah. That's why we have this motherfucker. We have Sister Christian.
Yeah. It's about that team. You have that team. You got that team formed now. So.
Yeah,
we got one more element. Got one more the drummer, but that's just your one last element.
He just couldn't make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens. Don't feel bad. I've actually released 33 members of my band. I've been in for 8 years making music. So going through 33 members has taught me that journalism and music works.
Yes,
you really do. Yeah. You really do.
Yeah, I think you should
get more onto talking to the world, because as you're throwing the music, you can do like what I call it is like the two thing. You got your shield, you got your sword, but this is even better because now you can throw on this element of the art form, and you can throw another element. It's like you go back and forth. The more you do that, it just you feel more comfortable. You don't feel like you're restricted in a hallway. That's what I feel like. If I'm on my talk,
I totally agree.
I feel comfortable on stage and on my talk show. Like we were talking before the part one, we don't do anything scripted, right, Chris? This is not scripted. Anything we ask is coming out of our heads and out of.
No, we are uncensored, unedited, and unscripted, which leads me to my last question. The troll had the dream. The nun's always been there. What's the story with the other guy?
There it is.
Not too long ago.
We didn't talk about him that much.
Because I came from a different genre of music, and I came kind of auditioned for him, and I brought it to another level of what he wanted, his dream.
He's not only the bass player we've been looking for, he's the right mind, and that is the hardest thing to find.
So he was in a different band in a different genre. He joined your band, and then all of a sudden, overnight, the horns came about and the face came about, and it's like,
yeah,
here we are.
If you came here and hung out with me, you'd grow horns too.
I like this. This is the kind of shit I like. And I'm a singer, and I have played the bass, but drumming wise, I could never do it. I just don't have the hand coordination, eye coordination. That's all right.
Yeah,
I'm not either. Tennis players. I mean, you know that everyone. It is true, Peter. Tennis players make the good drummers because Hetfield, I don't know how they found it with Metallica, but the drummer, he's a professional tennis player, to my knowledge, right?
Yes,
Chris,
yes. Lars was originally a tennis player,
100.
Yeah, from Dutch. He was a Dutch chess player. He's from Holland, from
Yes,
Denmark.
and where he was in the world, he was ranked in like the top
2.
You don't have to still be there.
Number
for the
2.
morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah, thank you.
And then he
And
came
came to the
here,
United
not
States
even
and
talking.
realized that in a much bigger pool he wasn't
Hey,
shit. So he started
my
playing
friends.
music.
Gotta let you
Exactly.
know, we have another appointment in 5 minutes.
Yeah, you got it.
So we have a UK interview.
Oh,
Well,
right on.
Close it up. Let's close it up. Peter, any last follow-up questions before we end the show or a conclusion of today's
I would
entertainment?
just say like good luck to you guys with being
Thank you.
signed with the new record label, and that's why I was asking if you were signed before, because so my question, the last question was like if you were ever touring, being signed with a major record label, and if you know the process how everything does work, because Columbia is it's huge. So have you guys toured before?
No,
No.
not
Okay,
on
so this is
major scale.
so all right, so this is what's gonna happen. Your record label is gonna put you on what we call in music industry in general, we call it on club scene. It means that you're gonna be probably end up playing 500 to 700 people per gig. Then if you're successful on that, if you're going to draw people, then you're going to move on to arena gigs, which is probably 3,000 to 5,000 people. If you're successful on that, then they're going to put you as an opening act for a much bigger band. Could have been such a Metallica, Iron Maiden, whoever, I'm just throwing names out there. If you're successful on that and your first album sells a lot of copies, if you go multi-million, multi-platinum, that's what it's called, then you're going to become headliner playing stadiums, 20,000 plus people, so be ready for that. And that's why I was asking if you were touring, because this is what's coming up and it's going to be very hard, especially first. Usually they give you contract 1 to 3 years, it depends. I'm not asking how many years they gave you. So that's in your personal stuff, as far as band. But just be prepared that first year is going to be hard and you're not going to be making as money as you probably expecting. It depends on contract. So
Of course.
Contract is everything. Yes.
Yeah.
I wish you guys
appreciate
luck.
you guys.
I do. I wish you guys luck. I want you back on the show as much as possible. See
Let me
if
know.
we can maybe build a relationship with your new company, and if they're cool with us trying to push you, because that's less cost for them, and then they like that extra free push.
Yeah.
And only
Oh,
going
they
to
do.
help.
Absolutely.
So, and I'm willing to do everything I can physically and mentally to drive that force home. So, if your
Thank you.
numbers go up, that's my numbers. So,
Okay,
that's
we
just real.
appreciate that.
Common
All right,
cause, man. We got to push
It's
it
great
up.
to meet you guys.
Hell
Great
yeah,
Nice to meet you.
You too, people. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for hanging out today with Hellfrost. Find them on Facebook, Twitter, wherever social media is, Spotify, Bandcamp, YouTube. Check them out. Hellfrost, kick-ass metal band from Texas. I'm Chronic Chris from AsgardRadio.com, where the guys go
The
to
band is VORST.
VORST
VORST.
With a B.
with a B. VORST.
That's it.
There you go. And they're
All right.
signed. Let's
All
say we were
right.
signed one more time before we
It's
leave.
not a good band unless you fuck up the name at first.
VORST.
What?
That's Bravo, Ocean, Rio, Sierra, Tango, VORST.
Are you having a stroke?
Oh, okay.
Nope. Just making sure those of you that can't understand everything.
V as in vagina.
V
V as
As
in
in-
vagina.
as in vagina.
Oh, isn't it?
V as in vagina.
Yes.
O as in orgasm. R as in I'm fucking retarded sometimes.
Yes, that one. T as in totally.
ST
You
as
guys
in
take care.
sexual
Thank you
tingling.
again.
Yes,
You're
we
awesome.
shall.
All right. Thank you
Later.
very much, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a blast.